Hello everyone, Amod here from Target Common YouTube channel, and in this video tutorial we are going to learn to use pseudo class in CSS selector. So in the previous two videos I have already explained what is CSS, what is CSS selectors and basic CSS selectors with proper examples. I will suggest you to watch those videos. If you haven't, then you can come back to this video to learn advanced CSS selector. So a pseudo class in a CSS selector is a keyword which will help you to locate a web element based on their state or position. Like you want to locate a checked checkbox or radio button. Similarly, if you want to locate disabled text box or you want to write CSS selector for nth child or first child. Let's see these CSS selectors in examples so that you can understand it much better. So this is the same HTML page which I have created for previous video and same I am going to use for this video as well. Let me inspect this web page. If you expand this div, within this div only we have all the web elements. Let me expand this div where we have id equal to main and here we have multiple web elements. Basically this is parent and then these are children of div. So this button is first child of div. This input is second child of this div. Similarly, this p is first child of this div. So we have one pseudo class called first hyphen child. So use Control F, and for any pseudo class we need to use colon and give the pseudo class name which is first hyphen child. So you can see it is finding total 11 elements. First one which is itself HTML. If you hit enter, so it is highlighting head. So within this HTML, let me close everything. Head comes first. So head is the first child of HTML. If you hit enter, then it is highlighting meta. Why? Because meta is first child of head. So this pseudo class will highlight all the first child. So this is very generic. You don't want to highlight all first child, but you want to highlight with a specific tag. That means highlight first child if it is h1. Then before this pseudo class name, we can put tag name like h1. So now you can see it is highlighting only one element. That means it says give me the tag h1 which is first child. It does not matter who is parent. It might be any tag. And if you're wondering whether this will be supported in Selenium WebDriver or not, so let's try it. I'm going to copy this locator, go to IntelliJ. Here I have basic script ready from my previous video. So let me comment this line and I'm going to write sysout chrome driver dot find element by dot css selector. Put the css selector here. Then let me extract text. So get text, save it and run it. So you can see it is printing the text. So Selenium supports these kinds of CSS selector as well. So similar to first child, we have another pseudo class called last hyphen child. So let me remove h1 and instead of first give the last. I forgot to put colon. So now we have total 11 again. So first one HTML which is starting tag. Go to next one by hitting enter key. So you can see it is highlighting this style tag because within this head tag we have style which is last child. If you hit enter again, it is highlighting this one because this input is the last child of this label. So basically it is going to highlight all the last child of a parent. If you want a specific one like input, so you can put input then colon. So it is highlighting only two, which is here. It is the last child of label. So basically label has only one child. So which is first and last as well. If you hit enter, we have another label, same case here. So let me show you whether this CSS selector works in Selenium WebDriver or not. So copy this, go to IntelliJ, and here I can write out Chrome driver dot find elements by dot CSS selector, give the CSS selector, and let's print the size, which should return me 2. Save it, run it. So we have 2 in the console. So similar to first child or last child, we have nth child. So nth hyphen child, and here into pass in number, maybe 3. And again I forgot to put colon. Before any pseudo class, we need to put colon. So you can see it is highlighting total 6 elements. First one is title because this is third child of head. If you hit enter, then it is highlighting this input. Why? Because this input is third child of this div. If you click enter, then again it is highlighting this li because this is third item of ul. So here it is position, first, second, third. It is not index. We have one more pseudo class which is only hyphen child. That means if you want to find all those elements which are only child of the parent, then we can use colon only hyphen child. So it is finding four elements. First one is HTML. Go to next one. Here it is highlighting this input. Why? Because this input is only child of this label. Now go to next one. And here also we have same case because this input is only child of this label. So basically we can get first child, last child, nth child or only child elements using pseudo classes. So when we use nth child, it is counting from first. But if you want to count from the last, then we have another pseudo class called nth hyphen last hyphen child. And here I am to give number or position. So let me put 2. So you can see it is finding 6 elements. Let's see first one. So here it is highlighting title. So if you close this style, you can see head is parent, and within this parent we have 4 children. So meta is first, this meta is second, then we have title third, and this style fourth from up. But from last, this style will be first and this title will be second. So here I am using nth last child. That's why this title is getting highlighted. Let's go to next one. It is highlighting div. So let me close this one. And this body has three children, h1, div and script. So again same logic. From the last, this div is second child. That's why it is getting highlighted. So I hope this is clear. We have another pseudo class called not. So let's see one scenario. Here we have multiple input boxes where type is text. So I want to locate all these input text boxes, but not the third one where name equal to full name. So for this, I can use input with type text. So as of now, it is highlighting total 5 because all these input tags have type equal to text. But I want to ignore this full name. So copy this name value, put colon, then use not and use the square bracket. Now I'm going to use input, again square brackets, attribute name is name equal to value. So here it is not highlighting because I have used square bracket instead of parenthesis. So after not I need to use parenthesis. So now you can see it is highlighting only 4 elements. If you hit enter, second one, third one, and it ignored this one. So this is use of not pseudo class. So within not parenthesis, you need to pass locators which you want to ignore or you want to exclude. Now let's see some state-based pseudo classes. Like here, this checkbox is checked. So basically, I can use this type to locate this one. So input type equal to checkbox. So we have two matching elements, but I want checked one. So I need to use one pseudo class called checked. So use colon and pass checked. So now it is highlighting only one, which is checked. So if you have doubt that this might not be supported in Selenium WebDriver, let's try it. So copy this, go to IntelliJ and sys out Chrome driver dot find element this time by dot CSS selector, pass the selector value and maybe let's extract attribute value, maybe ID. Let's run it. So you can see it is printing ID value. Similarly, the second checkbox is disabled. So if you want to write CSS selector for disable checkbox, we have another pseudo class called disabled. And you can see it is highlighting the second one. Similar to first one, Selenium WebDriver will also support this CSS selector. You can give it a try. There are few more pseudo classes like first of type, last of type, and nth of type. By the name, you can understand what is the usage. So for example, this div has multiple children. So within parent, if you want to get first, last, or nth child of a specific type, then we can use these pseudo classes. So suppose here I want to get first button child. I'm not bothered in which position they exist, but give me the first button child. So press Ctrl F, then use tag button, then use pseudo class which is first of type. So you can see it is highlighting this button. Or let's use input. So you can see it is highlighting the second child which is input. Similarly, we have last of type. So this time you can see it is highlighting the last one. And again, we have nth of type. So here I need to pass position, so let me pass 2. So you can see this one is highlighted because we have total 5 input children and this one comes second. So again, this position is from top. You can do from last as well. So just use nth hyphen last. So this time this input is highlighted because this input is the second last input child of this div. So these are the pseudo classes I have seen in CSS selector and these are really helpful if elements have fixed position or structure. In the next video, we'll cover traversing in CSS selector. So that's all in this video. If you have any doubt, please comment on this video. If you really like my videos, please like, comment, subscribe and share with others. Thank you everyone.